Yeah, so I just wanted to do this quick video about this utter shambles of a segment from last week's Raw between John Cena and Johnny Ace. The fucking template. My problems with this whole feud and this whole Johnny Ace general manager thing are beyond words. It's absolutely shit. One of the worst feuds in recent history, and this was one of the worst segments ever on Raw, in my opinion. I've got so many issues with the whole thing that I'm just going to talk about three. WWE's fucked up logic. First one being why? Why is this happening? Why is John Laurinaitis picking on John Cena? Why are they feuding? Have we ever got an explanation for it? And don't tell me it's because he wants to try and legitimise WWE, because that's bollocks. If that is the reason, then it's even more fucked up than I even thought it was, because why would you slag off the main face of your company and say that he ain't legitimate? Can you imagine Vince McMahon or Shane McMahon or anybody like that coming up to Stone Cold Steve Austin and doubting his ability to be a badass or a dangerous motherfucker? It wouldn't ever happen. Only with John Cena can you get away with this sort of thing, because he's an absolute fucking prick. Soft as fucking grease. But yeah, why is the feud happening? 1 minute Laurinaitis is feuding with CM Punk. He doesn't want Punk to be the WWE champion. Okay, whatever. Didn't care much for the storyline, but at least it made sense. He was the general manager. He didn't want CM Punk to be the WWE champion under his tenure. So yeah, let's try and screw Punk out of the championship. But then, when that ended at the Royal Rumble, Punk retained the belt when he should have dropped it to Ziggler. Laurinaitis should have cost Punk the belt. He should have dropped it to Ziggler. The feud carry on. This is how wrestling works. But they just stopped it dead in its tracks. Punk won. No real explanation or ending to the storyline. It just fucking finished. Vanished into thin air. So then Johnny Ace is in a match at WrestleMania, wins the match, is the GM of Raw and SmackDown. Suddenly, we start a feud with John Cena out of nowhere. Out of fucking nowhere, just because John Cena's got nothing to do. They have to try and come up with something, pull some rabbit out of the hat, and it's just fell totally flat on its face. One of the worst storylines. Certainly the worst storyline of the last few years from WWE, in my opinion. There's just no logic. Right. Last week on Raw, Johnny Ace made Big Show beg for his job. And as the general manager, he made him beg, get on his knees, and then ended up firing him. He comes out at the end of the show, argues back and forth with John Cena, agrees to a match with John Cena, and all this bollocks. Why didn't he just fire him? Why wouldn't he just fire John Cena? Why wouldn't he just fire anybody that he doesn't like? He's done it to Big Show. He can fire people. Looks like he can fire people and, as some kind of dictator, which is another problem with this whole thing, which I'll come to in a minute. Why didn't he just fire him? Why just fire John Cena and get the crew-cutted Marine prick off Raw? Why go through all this back and forth, arguments, promos? Oh, man. Next up is the whole logic of the board of directors apparently stepping in, whatever you want to call it, and making a match between John Cena and Laurinaitis. But why? Why now? Where was the board of directors? Where were they? Where was Triple H when Johnny Ace fired Big Show? What? Oh man! Please tell me it's not just me that's seeing this enormous lack of logic, plot holes, more plot holes than Swiss cheese. I just can't accept this as being a proper storyline. It's like a fucking wind up. It's like they're winding up the fans, trying to piss them off enough to go away and watch something else. Fuck me. Johnny Ace looks like a modern day Terminator. His promo style, like 3 words, any more than 3 words in a sentence, and he's stumbling, stuttering over his words. There's no... Triple H came out on the 30th of January, Raw, and was just about to fire Johnny Ace. He did an appraisal of his job so far as general manager, and he was just about to fire him until Undertaker came out and all that bollocks started. But he was basically, he is Johnny Ace's boss. He's a chief operating officer of a company. Johnny Ace is just the general manager. He's just running the show. Triple H has the ultimate say. Why didn't he come out and say, hang on a minute, why are you firing Big Show? This ain't right. Big Show, you've still got a job. You 7-foot motherfucker. Get to the back, get ready for a match. Where's Triple H? Does he only come out when he feels like it? Is there certain people he doesn't care if they get fired? Oh, fuck it. Just fire him. Oh, man, no logic whatsoever. So, based off that, why didn't Johnny Ace just fire John Cena? Why don't you fire CM Punk? If he's got the power to fire people, why don't you just fire everybody he doesn't like, that he wants out of the way? You can't expect me to believe this. You can't expect me to suspend my disbelief for this crap. Oh man, this is just scraping the surface. I'm telling you, this is one of the worst storylines, and it's getting worse and worse. They're digging themselves into a hole that there's no way out, there's no way forward, there's no way back. They can't go back now. And I think they're just blindly going down this road and they don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're doing. And, well, as for this match at Over the Limit, I don't know. In my opinion, the only way out of this is to have John Cena win. Johnny Ace gets fired. He then comes back months down the road, whatever, for SummerSlam or something, with Brock Lesnar and with Paul Heyman. The three of those come back. And maybe bring Vince back onto TV and say that Vince was the mastermind behind everything that Johnny Ace was doing, that he was giving the authority for Johnny Ace to fire people, to make all these decisions. That's the only way forward I can see out of it. Because Johnny Ace, why has he got the power to fire people? I need an explanation from it. It's like me going into work on Monday and just starting to fire people. I don't own the company, I can't do that. And then Triple H, now and again, Triple H will come out and say, hang on a minute, you can't do that, like against Brock Lesnar. Triple H, oh man, 3 weeks ago, Triple H came out, ripped up the contract that Johnny Ace and Brock Lesnar had agreed on, ripped it up, said that every decision needs to go through him and that Johnny Ace hasn't got the authority to make those sort of decisions. So where is he when he's firing people? Fuck me. This is terrible. Logic. Fucking logic.